All right, welcome back. If you happened to be offline this past week, we're looking at July 19th through the 25th. Well, a whole lot went down across the crypto landscape. We've got a ton of crucial data to get through, from macro signals to massive institutional headlines, so let's just dive right into this week's explainer.
Kicking things off with Section 1, Hook and Market Overview.
Okay, let's dive right into this. To put things into perspective, the total crypto market cap floated incredibly steadily, hanging right around that $2.3 to $2.4 trillion mark for the entire week. Now, why does this matter? Well, it tells us that despite some obvious underlying volatility, the market's overarching foundation is firmly holding its ground. We're looking at a very resilient setup here. Moving right along to Section 2, Movements and Price Action. Check out the dynamic between the top two players right now. It's pretty fascinating. Bitcoin essentially spent the week consolidating in the mid to high 70,000 range, eventually seeing some expected weekend profit taking. But here's the surprise. Ethereum showed some incredible midweek resilience. Fueled by really steady ETF inflows, ETH actually managed to outperform Bitcoin's net flows on select days. Talk about a plot twist. So what's actually driving all of this? If we look under the hood, overall market sentiment is hovering right around that neutral to fear border. Institutional investors are essentially in a massive holding pattern. They're heavily reassessing their interest rate expectations heading into August, and that caution is exactly what fueled that weekend profit taking we just talked about. But if you step back, the broader market health is looking pretty fantastic. Major ecosystem tokens and layer ones, specifically networks like Solana, maintained super steady volume across the board. They basically acted like a massive anchor, helping to keep that total market cap stabilized even when Bitcoin was experiencing those localized sell-offs. Next up, let's hit Section 3, Highlights and Institutional Moves. Now, what's really interesting about this next bit is that ETF flows were an absolute roller coaster. While we definitely saw localized outflows in previous weeks, notice the highly mixed net activity midway through this week. BlackRock's IBET continued to just dominate the inflows, but traditional funds were actively rebalancing their positions, clearly maneuvering ahead of those upcoming Fed announcements. Meanwhile, TradFi is deepening its digital roots faster than ever before. We are seeing major active platform upgrades across on-chain yield products, tokenized real-world assets, and institutional stablecoin rails. The bridge between traditional and digital finance isn't just being built anymore. It's getting wider and significantly stronger by the day. And naturally, as all that infrastructure grows, global lawmakers are continuing to hash out key legislation to bring some digital asset clarity. The comments coming from policymakers this week really highlighted shifting stances across key global regions. They're specifically targeting the frameworks around stablecoin reserves and, of course, exactly how these assets are going to be taxed moving forward.
All right, wrapping things up with Section 4, Takeaways and What's to Watch Next.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Honestly, we are in a classic digest and consolidation phase. Institutional capital is holding remarkably steady, but retail momentum is just on standby. Everyone's actively waiting for a clear macro catalyst to come in and finally break this current range. Because we're all waiting on that spark, here is your critical calendar for next week. You're going to want to keep your eyes glued to three main things. Number 1, U.S. Federal Reserve's policy signals and their rate decisions. Number 2, the ongoing institutional ETF inflow and outflow trends. And number 3, global regulatory developments surrounding stablecoin legislation. Those three things are going to be absolutely crucial. So with all of these massive macroeconomic and institutional forces colliding in the days ahead, I want to turn it over to you. Where do you think Bitcoin is headed next week? Are we finally going to break this range, or are we just in for more consolidation? Drop your price predictions down in the comments. I genuinely read all of them and love seeing your rationale based on the data. And that completely wraps up our explainer for the week of July 19th. If this breakdown helped clarify the market for you even just a little bit, smash that like button and subscribe for our weekly updates. Thanks so much for exploring the data with me, and I'll see you all in the next one.